Right. Hey, welcome back, guys. All right, this is going to be a singles storyline. We assume our character is single in this. It may or may not be about love. We shall see. We start out with the magician. So, first off, the central theme of this is we have a person, could be a Virgo or a Gemini, that really wants to manifest. But it does look like, um, in the context of wanting to manifest, maybe they need to get their head on straight about what thing they want most, right? We could have a character who's like trying to decide if they want to manifest either utilizing the energy flow of the 5D realm or the energy flow of the 3D realm. We could also have them somewhere between, like, they could be a brilliant visionary, but the like bringing a vision into like something productive and tangible could be something that our character struggles with just a little bit. Um, the ability to manifest is absolutely here, has been at all times. This character is a great manifester, but I do kind of think right now that they're squandering some of that ability. But let's see. I might be wrong about that. We'll see. What crosses it is the divine masculine. Now, our single character could be a masculine, or it could be that a character is arguing with themselves over to use their masculine or their feminine energies. They may feel blocked in the power to like project and go out and get what they want and get people to like notice them the way they want to. This could also be the story of a divine masculine who is feeling like, I really want to manifest this. I really want to manifest this. Do I have what it takes? Let's actually, before we go any further, let me just try to explain that a little bit better if we can get some more info on that. 10 of Cups. Well, this is a beautiful thing. A character wants to manifest having great happiness. They want to manifest a happy home. They want to manifest like the ease of breathing in the life that they really want. I feel like this is definitely a visionary, and I feel like they have a very strong sense of what they want, how they want life to be. Now, this could be the story of a single divine masculine who has a very clear idea of who they want to go to. Okay, we have the sun and we have the emperor. We keep getting so much masculine energy in this. We have somebody who wants to take action so bad, and I think he knows where he wants to go. I think he's very clear. The sun is here, so he doesn't have any question mark about where he wants to go. He knows the destination. Well, then let's go back to the first deck and let's get into this. Hi everyone, great to see you tonight. Boo, Tammy, Sunshine, RS. All right. The foundation of all of this is either this single masculine realizes he doesn't know what she's going to say, or he doesn't know how to approach her. Now, I don't read for genders, doesn't matter who this is, but I'm going to say this has been his conundrum for quite a while. This is somebody who knows that he wants to go ask her out, or he imagines having a happy life with her. So he's got his eye on someone. In the recent past, he was indecisive about this. We've got the Libra scales. Something was imbalanced either in his life or something was imbalanced in his ability to pursue this connection. But I think he was imbalanced. And I say that because we have all of the crystals as part of this. That I'm looking at it like his chakras. Some of them were imbalanced, and then a couple of them were way out of whack. I'm wondering if, let's actually shift over to the chakra deck for just a second, if I can find it. Sorry to keep everybody waiting. I don't know where my chakra deck is. Dang. Okay, well, we'll have to continue on without it. That's so weird. This is what I get for cleaning up. You know, they always say Virgos are supposed to be oh so organized. As soon as I organize stuff, I can't find anything. I memorize things in bizarre ways, not in sensible ways. Wait, there it is. Okay, but hold on, we got to go with this card too because I just shuffled it. So we have Judgment here coming out in the reverse. Okay, hang on. So something that was imbalanced in the past made him think this was absolutely not possible. Six of Cups, and this is that third eye chakra. So either his intuition was all askew. I would hate to think that this is somebody who couldn't decide whether or not he wanted to return to a past soulmate or not, and that's his indecisiveness threw him off. That would be more like I would think of it more as like house of willpower, the solar plexus chakra. But what we ended up with was that third eye chakra. So if he was out of balance, I mean, it could also be that he couldn't project, he couldn't picture, he wasn't clear on what to manifest. And that might be why we see this entire story about manifesting. I'm going to go one more time because that Libra energy had two chakras. Okay, we have the moon and we've got this energy of throat chakra on this. And you notice that we have the two wolves on this, but then the feminine here in the background. I do think that we have a masculine who couldn't decide either who to pick or what action to take. So his limitation, at least in the past, was I don't know how to manifest having a 10 of cups. And it was all really seemingly because he didn't know who to pick, is what it kind of comes across as. Look, this is just his story. We're going to talk about her, though, in just a minute, because this is the person that he now thinks, I don't know how to manifest maybe her picking me, or I don't know how to approach her, especially after maybe I was wishy-washy in the past. I didn't do right by her in the past, or I couldn't decide who to approach. I don't want to say that this has to be like a past love thing. This might just be, he didn't approach her because he was just on the fence about, am I going to go toward her, or am I going to reunite with an ex or something? Crowning his thoughts, we do have a Five of Pentacles, and it is sideways, almost like there's a little bit of like, it served me right if she didn't want anything to do with me because I know I wasn't, able to be decisive. I kind of know that it would be fitting if maybe I'm left out in the cold because maybe I was indecisive and I more or less left her out in the cold. That makes me think he did have something to do with her in the past. In the upcoming future, we have the Strength card, so he's gonna find the power and the courage to do this. Let me take a look at his hopes and fears. He is King of Swords, really hoping that he can be seen as like just I'm a flawed man, I'm a tarnished angel sometimes, but oh my God, I hope that's how she can view me instead of me being devastated that I never get another chance with her. He's afraid he's going to be left crying. How do other people see him? Nine of Swords and the Eight of Cups sideways. Somebody who gets up in his head, somebody gets really indecisive. People who know him well know he's not real. He gets overwhelmed and overthinks stuff and then doesn't know what to do. Do I go forward? Do I go back? Do I walk away? Do I return? What do I do? So, and that's what we've seen in him so far, right? So what does he really want then? Three of Cups. He wants a sweet, happy union, reunion, companionship. What's the outcome for him? Three of Swords in the reverse. Well, something here is going to be lifted. That doesn't necessarily mean that everything's going to go exactly the way he wants, but rather that there will be some alleviation of pain. Now, that could be that he will alleviate pain for her if he put her through any pain. We'll see in just a second. We do have a 10 of Cups and we have a 9 of Wands. It looks like in the outcome there's a potential to have great happiness here, and there's a potential to like heal this connection. But I want to talk just about her. So we're gonna move her into front and center here, and if we know that she is a 2 of Wands, she could be a fire sign. She's got an obstacle at her back in that card as well. So 7 of Pentacles. So there's been a lot of time that has already passed with the 7 of Pentacles. Now she's had a lot of growth. But I will say that If she herself has been at any kind of a crossroads, it is probably been about things like job, things about career, things about what she's going to do, how she's going to do things in life. But a lot of time has passed. She may not even, well, I was going to say she may not even think about that person, but unfortunately she does. The elephant is here, and we have a Four of Pentacles. What's really interesting, though, is that the basis for everything on her part, she has actually kind of still wondered about them. She has wondered about them because I think she's still felt them holding on to her somehow. In her perspective, or what has happened, I suppose, in her recent past, Eight of Pentacles, she's actually been working on getting over this pretty profoundly. That's wonderful. This was a blockage for her, though, this whole situation. And crowning her thoughts is that Prince of Pentacles sideways. She knows she's been letting this go every day a little bit more. She's maybe wondered if they are somehow getting themselves unstuck or something, or if it's just like maybe they're going to let down their pride at some point. But more than anything, we keep seeing on her part like an acknowledgement that a lot of time has been passing, that she's made real progress, that she's alleviated a lot of things. She still thinks of this person, but she does not, I don't think she's really held up by it at this point, right? We don't see like an Eight of Swords. In her upcoming future, Six of Wands, she has something that's going to really make her feel powerful, really make her feel really good, really make her feel like the queen or king that she is. There's something, actually, I want to ask this. How does she view herself right now? Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. Not entirely single or not entirely abundant. Why? Ace of Wands, because she doesn't have everything that she wants. And what is it that you really want? The Tower. She wants freedom from either this, or she wants them to like drop the facade, but she wants a certain amount of freedom. That's her biggest thing. She wants something to for God's sake, stop, right? Just be done with it. Ace of Swords. She wants truth, clarity, communication. She wants her tree of life to grow. She is so willing to just say, I don't need to think about this person anymore. I'm ready to cut them out of my life. Or for God's sakes, if you're going to talk to me, come talk to me. One or the other. She's kind of more of like a realist. She's a little fed up with things that take forever. Anything that is making it so that she's not feeling 100% single is what I would say. Almost like some of her, it's a little bit of like, I want to just wash this out of my hair. I just want this out of my head. I want something to break, like in a good way, right? The fever to break. I want the walls to drop down. Something that was unspoken, unfinished, unknown just needs to be known. We just need to have the conversation, and really she can handle it any way it ends up. What is her thought about them? Two of Swords. She says, I know he's in some weird holding pattern. I know he gets himself all up in his head and he doesn't know what move to make. Like it's a big chess game and he has to make the correct move. Yeah, I know. I don't really know what his chess game is about, but I know that he's been in a chess game, which is exactly what we saw for him. We saw him not knowing what to do. Get one more on this. Five of Pentacles in the reverse. Gosh. If anything, I think this feminine considers that the masculine has, either drifted so far away at this point that he's either letting go of her and she's okay with that, or if there needs to be a conversation, fine, but one way or the other, it just needs to just freaking happen. That's how this comes across. What are her hopes and fears? The Devil, yikes. So I would say that there's an energy of like she's afraid that she either will continue to still have this person on her mind when what she's really trying to do is erase it or move on from it, or If it's supposed to happen, then bring it back into her world. Bring this person, this masculine, back into her world, or let her go. But the worry is, God, is this ever going to quit? This really feels like this frustrating holding pattern. Do other people see her? Other people see her as straight up marriage material, somebody that's fair and balanced. But people might wonder, like, what is she waiting for? She should be married. She, is very much the quality of person who would make a great long-term partner. So what's the juggling act all about? What does she really want deep down? Strength card, which is funny because, they had that strength card as well somewhere in the midst of all that. She wants to have the strength to face whatever it is that needs to happen. For her, the outcome says 5 of Cups. Remember, for them, the outcome looks like there's a chance to undo a heartbreak, but for her, it's a 5 of Cups. What does that mean? We have Prince of Swords and we have Temperance. The outcome is 5 of Cups followed by this rapid action and the Temperance. What I actually think this storyline is saying is that with all of her, here's what I think this storyline really says. She's fed up with this prolonged energy of still knowing somebody thinks about her but doesn't come forward. She's ready to cut this loose. And I think she's going to get to the point where she does. And she says, this is just a loss. And although I've been saying, I just want to be done with this, I just want to move on from this, or talk to me, but I can't do the holding pattern anymore. I think she gets to a moment where she says, that's it. It's over. It's done. It's, and I think she might be surprised that it actually hurts. The idea that this is the day I let you go. She may do something symbolic. She may, take a marker and write their name on a rock and chuck it into the lake and say, I leave this here. I leave, my emotions here. I let this stop here. I cleanse myself of this here. But bizarrely, that is kind of like the turning point moment. It's because she has a loss followed by this swift action, followed by this complete restoration of peace. Now, what we could say is maybe she is like, wow, that hurt, but wait, I've never felt so light. And she's ready to meet somebody new, and a divine counterpart comes in for her. We could view it as a completely new person. I'm just kind of struggling to look at it that way. I almost think that this is a really bizarre, right when she's just ready to let this whole thing go, that seems to be the moment when that divine masculine, and we've seen the Emperor twice for them. We've seen them needing to manifest happiness. We've seen them needing to find the way to actually just make the choice that they've needed to make. But I do want to go back for just a minute and say, what is it about all of this that made them so indecisive? What on earth is it that made them, hold on to this, this indecisive energy? I don't understand where that's coming from. If they were indecisive about her or an ex, why does she have to take somebody back who's been indecisive about her or an ex? We have King of Cups. They've been indecisive. It's weird because we have a feminine here on that King of Cups card. Have they been indecisive because they couldn't quite imagine would somebody want them? This Knight of Swords is in the reverse. There is something about either the fear of opening up their heart. Maybe it was too much of but I remember I got hurt by an ex before. That lesson is too strong. I don't know if I can open up again. So they were really struggling with that. We have Page of Swords. They got to start somewhere. Was that what the whole holdup was? Is how do I open up? 6 of Cups. I do actually think that this is somebody who got hurt at some point so badly that they forever were remembering how bad it can hurt when you get hurt. That's what this looks like. So they wasted all of this time, and I do think it's been a long time, worrying and being fearful about opening up. Even though they've wanted this. But the big question, let me go back to that King of Cups energy where we have the feminine with wide open arms. And there's the Magician and the King of Wands in the reverse. There's something here about, again, manifesting. But I really think that they either had incredibly low self-esteem, or the biggest question mark is, I don't think it was about who do I love. Not with this, it's could I be loved? Would someone actually want me? Because I do think that this character has had, they wanted to know what she's trying to manifest. Does she really want me? I don't know if they could wrap their head around the fact that somebody would really want them when someone else in the past didn't. You know, that's one of those energies where, I mean, obviously they were way too wounded to be trying to get into any relationship if they were so hung up and so held up by the fears. So they were not ready to be with a relationship, or in a relationship is what it looks like. What is the message just for her in all of this? Queen of Pentacles. I mean, she's been gaining abundance, or should have been gaining abundance. She should stay joyful and youthful. She should, bring out her inner child. No matter how much she works, she should also always have good work-life balance. She should continue to be the amazing, giving, loving person that she is. We got the Seven of Swords here. She does not need to doubt what she knows to be true. So a Queen of Pentacles is super grounded. A Queen of Pentacles should never doubt her worth because she met with someone who was wearing masks, right? And I would say that that was probably him. The fears that he had, the sitting on the fence, all of that would be enough to drive anybody nuts. But it says she's not really in conflict. And even in regards to thinking about him, I think she already knew she was dealing with somebody who is not showing her their true face. Maybe they were hiding all of their fears and pain, but I don't think you could hide it very well from that Queen of Pentacles. And the message for her is just, don't let somebody else's, hiding away. Don't let that rattle you. Stay the you that you are, no matter what. But she also has to decide where she gives her energy. Nine of Pentacles and the Emperor. If anything, it's like the universe is saying, sweetheart, he didn't deserve your energy unless he's an emperor. So don't let him pretend to be an emperor. Don't hurt over somebody that wasn't an emperor. They were not ready for you. If they weren't stable, secure, and completely brave and coming up to you saying, you are the best thing I've ever found, and the one thing I'm not going to do is let somebody else get their little paws on you because I want to wow you and woo you and make you mine because you're amazing. If he can't say that, if he doesn't have the courage to do that yet, then probably he's not ready for you, which means you're missing out on nothing. At no point should someone else, and I think she knows this. I think she knows darn well that person was consumed with fears. They were not an emperor yet. Therefore, she should not have even been trying to give to them at that point because they weren't this person yet. She's got to match with somebody when they become this, or match with someone who already is that. But if there was any concern, or if dealing with them made her wobble or made her doubt her own value or worth, and we did see her with the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse earlier, and now it's upright. It says, that the what was off kilter in this connection wasn't actually you. You know that what was off kilter in this was somebody else was still working on becoming an emperor, and and they know, you're not going to be able to match with somebody that's not an emperor. And I just kind of think that boils it down to, there really was no, if their fears were too great, then they had to face some of their worries and fears that were instilled in them from a painful experience of their past. They really had to heal from that. They were not ready for a relationship, is the basic energy on this. And let me just ask, is it really the two of them are going to be successful together now? Is that really the way this is working out? We have a Five of Pentacles sideways. In some respects, these two actually have missed each other a great deal. We have the Hermit upright. I'm not going to say that this is for sure. I know it looks like, there's going to be an alleviation of heartbreak on his side, and there's going to be a chance to really heal and a chance for a 10 of cups. We saw that on his side. And interestingly enough, on her side, we saw some heartbreak, or not even heartbreak, but some like, well, this sucks, but I have to let it go. And then this sudden influx of energy leading to this sense of peace. They both end up with a sense of peace, harmony, and a really great life. But is it really with them being together? Or is it that these two, does she end up with a different emperor and they become an emperor, but maybe not the right one for her? This leaves us questioning, because the Hermit says this is still characters who have to be in deep thought. When I ask, are they really ending up together? They do have a role that they've played in each other's lives, undoubtedly. They still have roles to figure out about what roles do we play in each other's lives. But does it mean that they're good together? Does it mean that they're a good match together? Well, they're 6 of Cups. They are soulmates. They went through this together for a reason. These souls have a potential to actually make each other better people. But are they supposed to be lovers? Are they going to be the 10 of Cups together? Very possible. But on the other hand, we got more than one soulmate on this card. Is it just that after all this time, they wind up like healing some rifts between them, and then they both go on and actually have really successful relationships, not with each other? That's a possibility as well. They are soulmates, though. Can I get one last card on all this? After all of this, it kind of looks like she chooses a different emperor. With the 8 of Cups, that's the way this is coming across. The 8 of Cups is walking away and saying, wow, we completed that. You know what? You came back into my world. We've hashed this out. But, I think this is, God, I'm glad we can hug this out. I wish you the best. I wish you the best. I don't know, though, because we got the 3 of Pentacles still. It's like back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And maybe she has to go think about this a little bit and go into deep thought. Again, we do still see 3 people on this 3 of Pentacles. Let me just leave it at this, because this could go on and on and on. What these two choose, who they become to each other, could be many things over the course of their lifetimes. Soulmates will probably stay in each other's lives. Now, at some point, they could be lovers. At some point, they could be friends. At some point, they could be long gaps of time of silence, and then they wind up in each other's worlds again. Soulmates tend to gather around each other because they can't quite help it. They're going to keep being drawn in because they're kind of all sharing the same, let's say, boat that they're all paddling in, right? If you're river rafting with somebody, someone might be sitting up in the front of the boat and you're way in the back, but you're all still in the same boat. And sometimes you rearrange and you sit right next to the person, and other times you're separated and you're not, with the roar of the river and the rapids, you can't even hear each other talk, and you kind of forget because you're busy paddling like hell. That's maybe the way I would describe this with the soulmate energy on this. It's complicated because it really depends on what they want. Do they want to interact with each other in a romantic sense? There is love here, there is caring here, there is a strong emotion here. But are they going to be good together in a romance? Sometimes I think they'd be great together, and then some of those cards said they could also be great with other people. As is true with soulmate energy. There is, at different points in their lives, maybe is the point it's making, at different points in their lives, they would be really good for each other. And at different points in their evolution, they might be better with other people. So complicated storyline, but that is what we've got. Hey, everybody. Great to see you tonight. Hey, Victoria. Thank you, sweetheart. Thanks for being here. Rachel's magic. I hope so, too, actually, for these two. Hi, Denisa. Tarek, great to see you. Black Butterfly. Hi, Tammy. Courtney Walsh and Rodolfo. Great to see you. Regina Wild. Hi, hun. Hi, Kimmy. SM, Zoe. Thanks, Zoe. Gabriella, San Juanita, shout out to you, my dear. Thanks for stopping by. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Brady. Thank you, guys. So nice to see so many of you night owls tonight. Thanks so much for giving it a thumbs up and subscribing. Lots of love. Hi, Kins. All right, you guys, I will see you again in a bit. I'm going to release, I think, the Gemini video that I've already recorded. And I think I did a part 2 for Libra as well. I just have 2 more zodiacs to get to for the December storylines, which I think the only 2 I haven't done yet are Sag and Scorpio, I think. But I will, if I don't get to them tonight, we will tomorrow, definitely. All right, you guys. Thank you so much, Tammy. Oh, I love those emojis. Bye, guys.